Why?
Just take me home.
What's with you, Ann? You act like you've never been kissed before.
Oh, I've got to study.
Oh, come on, you just put me on now, aren't you, Ann? Where do you think you're going? Ann, come back here. What's the matter with you?
You didn't even ask me if I wanted to. You just went right ahead.
All right, Ann, I'll take you home. I'll be glad to. Well, are you coming? Sorry about what happened this afternoon. I would like to see you again. Do you like the lemonade?
Mm-hmm. Well, that wasn't very funny.
Well, Ann, I was just kidding. What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Well, come on, you can tell me. Never mind. I think I know. You didn't want to come here today, did you?
I wanted to go to church. We could have gone before the picnic, you know.
Well, why?
Because that's where I feel I should be on Sundays.
You mean that's what everybody's been telling you all your life? But you really don't believe it, or you wouldn't be here with me.
You insisted.
Well, you came, didn't you?
What you're saying isn't true.
And you know religion doesn't mean anything to me. Why can't you accept it? Why can't you accept me the way I am? I just feel like you're trying to make me into something I'm not.
You know I'm not trying to do that.
Well, what are you trying to do then?
I just want you to see your own potential.
And you think religion can do that for me?
Yes, Bob. Can't you understand?
No, I can't understand. And how many religions are there? How many? And you wonder why religion isn't important to me. Well, look around you, Ann. The world's in a state of confusion.
And you're blaming God?
I don't know. I don't know if there is a God.
There is.
Well, tell me, Ann. Tell me why your church is so different from the rest. Because to me, it's just like any other church.
You wouldn't even listen to me if I tried to tell you. I don't know if I'd even know where to begin.
Well, that's because you're unsure. You just believe what your church tells you to believe. But you've never questioned those beliefs, have you, Ann? All right, Ann. But you know what it gets down to. Which is more important, your church or us? Well?
Please, Bob.
Well, tell me, Ann.
If I had to make a decision, it would be the church.
You mean to say your church is more important than us?
Bob, what I said back there, you know about the church. I don't think you understand.
Oh, Ann, I understand perfectly. I'm just not interested in your Mormon church. I wish you'd get that straight.
Then you're not interested in me?
What? What's that got to do with it?
Because what I believe is part of me.
And what I believe is part of me, too. But I guess you never thought of that, though, did you?
You won't even listen to me, will you?
Oh, Ann.
Well, if we can't talk about important things that are on our minds, something's wrong. Maybe we shouldn't see each other anymore.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we shouldn't see each other anymore.
Want some salt? What's wrong with you? Nobody got anything to say tonight? Guess not. What's up, Bob?
Oh, nothing.
From the look on his face, you'd think it was the end of the world, or worse. Like maybe he just had his first fight with his girl.
What, are you trying to be funny?
Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. So what?
Settle down, Bob. We just wanted to find out what happened.
Okay, so you found out.
Well, maybe we can help. What was it about?
Religion.
You mean you're gonna let something like religion come between you?
Well, it's not me that's letting it come between us, it's her. She's the one that's religious, not me.
Sounds to me like she's trying to convert you. Why don't you shut up for a while? I don't know much about it, Bob, but I know she's the only girl you ever really liked.
Yeah, I know.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know just yet. This is Bob. How you getting along?
Fine.
I'd like to come over and talk to you
About what?
about what happened last weekend. You know.
Do you think we'll accomplish anything?
And I've been trying to understand. It's not easy. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't talk to you right now.
Why not?
No reason. I just want to talk to you in person.
Why can't you talk to me right now?
Oh, well, there's this little kid here. He's got his face pressed up against the phone booth.
Is he cute?
Don't change the subject.
Well, there's a lot of people in the lounge right now, Bob.
Well, do you want to go to my apartment then?
Okay.
I've missed you, Ann.
I've missed you too, Bob.
All right, I'll pick you up in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Ann, I've been thinking about what we said a couple days ago.
Bob, you were right when you said I hadn't taken time to examine my beliefs. I should have been able to explain.
Will that change things?
No, not really.
Well, what do you mean then?
I don't know if I can explain to you how I feel. Not after what happened last time.
Well, if you can, who can?
Well, the bishop of the church.
You want me to see your bishop? Why, Ann, I just don't see why this is so important to you.
Please, Bob. You can explain things better than I can.
What to explain? Ann, I don't know. I just don't know.
Bob, I've got a lot of learning to do, too. And I'm afraid that if I try to explain things to you, you know, we'll get in another argument, and I don't want that to happen.
Well, all right. I'll see him. For you.
For us.
Okay, for us. Bob, have you discussed marriage with Ann? Well, no, not really. You know, if I know the workings of a woman's mind, marriage occupies hers much of the time. It could be, I suppose. I wonder if that's where part of the problem is. Our church teaches of the continued existence of the family after death, particularly as it relates to husband and wife. Eternal marriage is one of the things that must be provided for this continued existence. Such marriages are performed in Mormon temples. In temples? Let me explain, Bob. When Christ died on the cross, he provided for the immortality of man. He died that all would be resurrected and be judged by their Creator. This is an universal and an unconditional factor. All men will receive immortality. But the glory that a man receives in heaven is dependent on more than God's grace. It's dependent on faith and on the effort that he puts forth to serve God. If a man serves more diligently, then he'll receive a greater reward in God's kingdom. In 1 Corinthians, 3 kingdoms of glory are mentioned: the telestial, the terrestrial, and the celestial. Exalted beings will be resurrected to the celestial kingdom. One of the highest laws for exaltation in this kingdom is temple marriage. Well, I've never even heard of such a marriage before. Well, we have some additional scriptures. Besides the Holy Bible, the prophet Joseph Smith received revelations during the last century. Prophets? Revelations? In these days? That's pretty hard to believe. How else can religious truths be obtained? Well, someone might have made it all up. Yes, there is that possibility. Well, how do I find out for myself if these so-called revelations are true? Through faith, Bob.
Faith? Is that all there is?
No, but it is a good place to begin.
To someone, I love thee for eternity. And what is love but giving 100%? Penetrating into and understanding the heart of another, and understanding yourself. And what is truth? But letting go of those things that limit and bind you, and holding on to those things which are eternal.
You gotta be kidding. Faith?
Well, that's what he said.
Can you cut it out? You're making me tired.
Well, all right.
You're not one of these holy, are you?
Now, come on, Bruce.
It's what you can feel, what you can see. Where does this faith thing fit in?
Well, I really don't know what he meant. But, well, he kept talking about faith being something you can know without being seen.
Sounds like a pretty good trick.
Yeah, I laughed too.
Do you believe him?
Well, I don't know if I do or not. I haven't experienced it, but that doesn't mean it isn't real for some people.
You're beginning to sound like some kind of a...
Like what?
I don't know. It's just I don't like to see you get too wrapped up in this religion thing, that's all.
Why? What are you afraid of?
Nothing. It just looks like somebody's twisting your arm.
Nobody's twisting my arm.
Okay, whatever you say.
Well, now, look, Bruce, I like to think of myself as open-minded.
To that?
Yes, to anything. And if I am, I'll find the truth.
But is it worth it? I mean, for her?
Yes, it's worth a try. If there really were a prophet, like you believe, it would be wonderful. It'd just be great. If it were true.
And if the people would listen to him.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's the biggest problem. And I'm really glad I talked to your bishop, though. I think I can understand now a lot better how you feel.
Bob, what are you going to do now?
Find out if it's true.